Hey everybody, hope you're doing well. So this video here is from the two people. I like them on the show. It's entertaining. Aris and Cameron. Life after lockup. So he's a rapper. Looks like he was incarcerated for I don't think it was really I think maybe he caught a minor charge. I can't recall what it was. Oh my gosh. Oh yes. I think I do remember. Okay. So yeah, he was incarcerated. That's how she met him. Um He has a funny personality, and they're doing fine, as I understand. I'm just going to point out this part, and I know when people get together, it's probably more challenging when you're seeing someone who's incarcerated because you have limited access. You're not, dating one on one. However, after he got out, they did better than some. So, but this here, there's a difference, obviously, in the backgrounds, not uncommon. He's a rapper and she has an office job, and they purchased a new home. And I just want you to listen to this excerpt. Totally different backgrounds. Her dad doesn't approve. People see things differently, okay? So here she is as a homeowner. I'm going to play this excerpt. She's with her beautiful daughter, Lena. She's so cute. So check this out. Now they're home, they're settled, and she's a mom. She knows how to handle things, and she wants him to get a job. So check this out. Heat.
Yeah, I know it's so hot in here.
And they're talking about this part here is where they're at home, and I guess there was a problem with the AC, and that issue is being addressed. So when you hear them say, "Oh, it's hot about the heat," the AC had gone out in the condo.
But the AC should be fixed later on today. Cameron's plans for today is to definitely get a job. Girl, I'm excited. We can really get things going the way I need to go. I mean, we got a new home, and I need a second form of income.
Okay, so she says she needs a second form of income, of course, because they have a new home. All right, so he's been incarcerated, hasn't been working. That kind of thing is understood, I would imagine. So she wants him to go ahead and get a job. She doesn't want any funny stuff going on in the home. She doesn't want any street stuff going down. Okay, she is so not that girl, and she's made that perfectly clear. What she's about. However, he obviously sees things a little bit differently.
Right now, it's not no rush for me to get no job. Okay, bro.
So he just said right now, at the time of the video, it's not a rush for me to get a job. He has a little money in the bank. So he's in the studio rapping. He's in the studio and he's rapping. To him, that is a job. But hello, the rap music, I'm assuming it has to sell. Meantime, they have a new place, and guess what? The bills have to be paid. They can't wait. Well, hey, rap music, my CD just dropped. I'm going to blow up. No, they want their payment to blow up. So it goes to show you when you're dealing with someone who's totally different, as far as like career wise, how they get their money up, you have to really have these discussions. They see things differently. From what I understand, he's been an entrepreneur and maybe, a CVS street kind doing this thing. That's my understanding based on the show. But she's stressed. Like she said, they have a new home. They have a new home. And she needs another income. She wants him to go ahead and get a job. And then as it to come to find out, then guess what? He doesn't see it that way. He's not seeing it that way, that it is that serious. So that's relationships take work, but when you're dealing with someone where it's totally different, he's not seeing it the way she sees it. So it's like, I guess she's having to, I don't want to say maybe groom him, but to show him, hey, life goes on. They're not going to wait until my CD going to drop next week or we're going to get some sales. I'm meeting with someone. When you're doing things like that, you're going to need to already have some money already popped. So listen to what he says again. She's made it clear that she needs him to have a job.
Right now, it's not no rush for me to get no job.
Yeah, it is a rush for you to get a job. Because guess what? The utility bills are coming. The mortgage is coming. The insurance. I hate to say it. When I saw him say this, and I think they're a cute couple, it's like raising a teenager. Raising a teenager who's been in your house all this time, and you're the parent, and you pay all the bills. You are paying all the bills, and now you're saying, hey, kid, you got your check. You need to be responsible, put some money back. Everybody doesn't see it the same way. So then check this out. He's been in the studio. She can't get a hold to him, and she's really concerned. He's had his phone off because he's been inside the studio doing his music for the booth. Okay, but this is how serious life is. I don't know. Maybe if there's no transparency in the finances, but to me, the wife seems stressed. So he comes on home to wifey, and she's like, "Hey, where you been?"
Be me.
Uh-oh. She wants to know, where has he been?
Alina, where have you been?
You told me to go be productive.
You don't see my texts or calls?
I have my phone on D&D.
Why do you have your phone on D&D with your wife? I'm not trying to hear that. Where have you been?
Going to a studio.
A studio?
Am I speaking Spanish?
A studio. You know I need some help around here. Did you even look for a job?
No.
You are clearly not taking serious. I need help. Clearly.
So he didn't look for a job because he said, hey, as far as he's concerned, the studio is a job. I don't think the guy understands. You need regular money coming in. The mortgage, the food, utilities, money for gasoline expenses, credit card bills. They're not going to wait till the CD money drops, your album drops. And you can tell in her voice that she's very stressed. She's already said she needs some help. So that tells me right there, she's carrying the whole load by herself. So I think to avoid things like this, you need to maybe try to pick up somebody you're on the same team. It's so important, if you can, get with somebody on the same team, because when you have a guy who doesn't, obviously he's not used to a 9 to 5, he's used to doing his thing in the streets and in the studio. Life works a little differently. It works a heck of a lot differently. It's not going to wait until, oh yeah, I got an album coming out, and yeah, when my album drops out, we'll have some money then. You could be evicted by then. A lot to take on. They even showed in the part where they moved here, they had to move out. Why? Because, which is not uncommon, the HOA did a background check, and I guess based on his background, they did not want him there. They actually got a 30-day move out. Why? Because the HOA. The HOA, and that's common though, but I don't understand how that's normally done prior to you moving in. So the HOA did the background check on him when they moved in, got settled in her place, as I understand. Then they asked her to move out. Not that he'd done anything, but his background. So I guess they call themselves, hey, we don't want this person here with this background, even though he didn't do anything while they were staying there. They did not want him there, and they had that right. Most HOAs, they will do a background, and they can turn people down. Oh, I can afford to stay here. It's not about affordability. It's about sometimes what's in the background. So when you look at things like that, when you're trying to build and her dad does not approve of the guy, I mean, the guy's totally different from her, but he's kind of funny. I wish them well. But when you're taking on someone where you have, as I said before, there are cultures within cultures, when you're taking on someone that has a different culture than you, a different upbringing, a different value systems as far as being responsible for your survival, these are things you definitely have to consider. So him looking for a job, that was in her mind a priority. In his mind, I'm in the studio. Why? You have cultures within cultures. And the culture with which she was raised in, from what I see in his, totally different. Totally different. And that can be problematic. And you don't want your wife stressed out. If she's saying she needs help, then let you know that she is the prime breadwinner. He's like, oh, I've got some money stacked, Oh, okay, but does the wife know that? There's no rush for me to look for a job on two separate pages. As a matter of fact, they're not even in the same book. So sure, marriage has its, you're going to have your issues, but when it comes to like finances and being able to survive and securing a place to live, to me, that's major. We can't have one partner saying, oh, it's no big rush. Maybe to you, it's not. If you're not putting down the money, what about her? And even if you do have some money saved, you never know what's going to happen. You never know what's going to happen. I had a friend of mine who called me and said, oh my goodness, was going over their finances and things and was like, I got to make some changes and cut back. And we spoke about this twice. It's like, I spent $100,000 last year. And I'm like, well, you're pretty much debt free. So you spent $100,000 on what? I'm like, well, inflation. You have things going on. But when you're also taking trips and you're traveling, oh, going here, oh, going there, all that adds up. Leaving your car at the airport for parking, paying for a week or two, that adds up. Going to a concert, expensive dinners, that adds up. And then you have incidentals, shopping. And nothing major was bought. Yeah, it can happen. Inflation will eat into your money. And then when you're doing things that you normally enjoy, that's going to be more costly too. So what's the point? The person never saw that much money coming out the account, but guess what? It did. The money came out. So even if you have a stash, you have a savings, which I hope everyone does, you never know what's going to come up. Never know what's going to come up that you hadn't planned for. You just never know. So this here, you have to have transparency. To me, when I saw that, again, I like them as a couple. He's kind of a funny guy. Um, it's a lot when you're taking on someone when you're from totally different, a different value system, a different way of life. To me, I was like, wow, that's like raising a teenager, raising a child. She needs help to have a new place. You need to get an income going. And it's not going to wait till, oh, I'm going to, any day now, I'm going to sign with a record label. And if I keep on pushing, keep on grinding, yeah, about that. In the meantime, the bills are still coming. And it looks like more than likely she's the one that's pretty much handling all the bills. As she said, I need help. She made that very, very clear that she needed help. It's not a joke.
In the heat. Yeah, I know. It's so hot in here. But the AC should be fixed later on today. Cameron's plans for today is to definitely get a job. Girl, I'm excited. We can really get things going the way I need to go. I mean, we got a new home, and I need a second form of income.
Exactly. Why? A lot of times it takes two to make it. But I think he sees it as, oh, she's a single mother. She's got it going on. She's been handling it. She'll continue to handle it. They have a new place. So, wow, when she said that, I was like, wow, that guy is kind of like raising a child or a teenager. Okay? It's like you should already know this. If anything, being a husband, you should put her financial concerns at ease. That's part of your job. She shouldn't have to tell you. And if he has some extra money saved, I think what he should do is get his checkbook out. Worry about the rap studio, get his checkbook out, and he needs to write her a check to calm things down. Then fast forward, just so you know, the last up that I saw, he did get a job, I believe, in customer service. Okay, so he did do that. But my issue of the video is some things like that. There are cultures within cultures. There are things like that he should already know as a man. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't have to wait to get married and for a wife to tell you that. So anyway, let me know what you guys think. The show is interesting. It's entertaining. This guy to me is very funny. Just some of the stuff he does is kind of funny. Yeah, and I think the girl here, she's just so gorgeous, and so is her daughter, Lima, I tell you. And I wish them well. I really do, as a family, much success. Let me know your thoughts on the matter. Feel free to comment, like, subscribe, and share. And I'm out.